Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Welcome back to another crypto live stream. And we haven't done a traditional one like this in a while. So welcome in. We got some news. We're going to talk about the Coinbase update. Not a full victory yet, but certainly a big victory for Coinbase in the SEC lawsuit. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Bitcoin halving coming up. We're going to talk about the Bitcoin ETFs and the impact they're having, and how things are kind of shaping up, and things are being basically the roads are being paved right now for an Ethereum ETF as well. So shout out to everybody. I got my coffee with me. Hopefully you guys do too. Good morning. Happy Saturday out there. Love hanging out with you guys. Make sure you smash the like button here on your way in. It's totally free to do so. And appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, a lot of big news happening right now for sure. And we're going to dive into it, guys. Appreciate you guys for popping in here. Womble's in the house. Coinbase hasn't won. Yeah, not a full win yet, Womble, but definitely some bullish sentiment. And we're going to dive into what's going on with it. We've got Lawn Dart in the house as well. What's up, Lawn Dart? How you doing, man? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Frenchie's here. What's up, Frenchie? Chris, good morning. Benjamin, Mark, what's going on? Next level, let's go. The Trader Shop, we got T. Hobbs in the house. What's up, brother? D. Johnny, what's going on, man? What is the news? We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. James Barnes, we've got Quentin Miller. Quentin Miller is a channel member. Appreciate you, Quentin, for the little extra support. Thanks for buying my coffee this morning, man. No, I really do appreciate you guys' support. I know people are coming here from far and wide, all across the space. That's what I love about crypto. You know, it's just wide open for all of us to contribute and be a part of it. And yeah, Omar, what's going on? Shout us individually, Zach. Let's go, baby. Use XT Algo. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Jacob, I'm super excited about it. Glad you're liking it too. That's our trading indicator. We've got a ton of people using it. And I'll tell you what, it's just, there's so many opportunities out there using this indicator in crypto, stocks, no matter what you're using it for. Forex even. I've got a few people signed up just trading Forex. So good morning to everybody. Richard, what's going on? Mr. Don, we're getting a bunch of people, man. YouTube hates me shadowed everywhere. Joe, I see you. I see you, bro. I see you. I see you. Driving from IN Total. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Love it. Absolutely love it. So listen, we've given it a few minutes. Let's get in here. We've got people over on X. We've got people here on YouTube with us. Appreciate you guys for being here. If you guys haven't hit that like button, definitely do so. But let's dive into the news, because that's what you came here for, right? You came here for some alpha. You came here for some info. You came here to get excited, and that's what we're going to talk about. I'm on my second cup of coffee, so we're breaking in. You know, we're getting things rocking and rolling here. So here's what we've got, guys. And Marty Party on Twitter, great follow, by the way. They do unbelievable Twitter spaces. So check out this guy's page if you haven't already. So big update on the Coinbase lawsuit, guys. Major breakthrough for U.S. crypto. Court rules crypto, not securities, on secondary markets. You will not see this in the MSM. Coinbase has attained a significant milestone amid an ongoing lawsuit. The U.S. Court of Appeals Second Circuit sided with Coinbase. The court confirmed that secondary sales of crypto by Coinbase do not violate the Securities Exchange Act. Guys, this is a breakthrough moment. This is a big win here within the bigger picture. It's not a full-fledged win yet, but this is a big deal, okay? And it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit that's ongoing, right? Partial victory, not a full victory yet. They're still going to, go down the rabbit hole on the other side of this. But in terms of the secondary sales of crypto by Coinbase, those do not violate the Securities Exchange Act. That came down here. I heard the news early this morning, so I don't know if they kind of shoved this into the news cycle late last night, but this news, as early as I could find it, came out like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. this morning on the East Coast. So, yes, we've got some big news on this. This is the tweet. I'll send it for you guys. Oh, Crypto Mark wants me to send him a link to get on here with us. All right, so let's do that. Crypto Mark's going to be joining us, guys. Another content creator in the space. So there we go. Give him that post right there. But this is big. Coinbase has attained a significant milestone amid an ongoing lawsuit. The U.S. Court of Appeals Circuit sided with Coinbase here on this side of it. The plaintiffs in the case are Oberlander, Underwood, and Rodriguez. So the lawsuit itself, if you guys remember, centered around allegations of violations of federal and state securities laws concerning the trading of specific cryptos on Coinbase. Remember, there was a big list of various Coinbase assets that were listed in this as we bring in the better mark or the crypto mark. Which one is it? He's got a betting channel and he's got a crypto channel. So we got the better mark. Maybe we'll talk about some sports bets too for all the DGens out there. What's going on, bro?
Good morning.
You could keep it the better mark. I mean, that's fine too. Better mark, crypto
Make
mark.
sure you got that echo turned off, Zach.
Let me see here. Echo is on. Echo's on, but I think we're good. We'll know right away. Yeah, we'll know right away. Okay, so we're going to get into this, guys. I don't know if you saw this news yet, Mark. We've got a bunch of people filing in. It's definitely an exciting day. It's not a full-fledged win, but it's certainly a major breakthrough here for U.S. crypto and the court ruling crypto not securities on secondary markets. Again, Coinbase has attained a significant milestone here in this ongoing lawsuit. It's not all said and done, but the U.S. Court of Appeals Second Circuit sided with Coinbase on a big portion of this lawsuit, and that's the secondary sales. So who does this impact? It impacts us as retail investors, right? And this is very similar to what went down with Ripple and XRP. I know you're a big XRP content creator too. So what are your initial knee-jerk gut reaction here to the news here this morning?
Yeah, I mean, it's a win, and it's going to be huge for Coinbase. You know, they are cleared over these crypto transactions. I'm not sure if it actually makes them in the clear with these cryptos not being a security, but it is something where those transactions during that time period are going to be affected in terms of a positive, more bullish way for us as traders, right? If Coinbase, you know, obviously was to be denied, that would create a huge concern, especially not just with onboarding using exchanges and offboarding, but more so with just the sheer volume would be decreased. But now it seems to be more bullish. We've seen the market really not react in a way. It's basically as flat as you can get it. It's slightly green, but we're talking like 0.5%. Bitcoin's down 0.1%. So the markets really haven't reacted. So let's let some people wake up. It is the weekend. It's a little bit slower sometimes and see where we go from there. But from all accounts and what I'm looking at this is very bullish, especially for those securities that have been in question.
Yeah, for sure. Put a video out on this and then just figured, you know what, let's go live because I think there is going to be some information kind of pouring in here. I think people are just kind of, as you said, coming to this news because it looked like it came out early this morning. So I don't know if they shoved this into the news cycle late yesterday. We do have a good amount of people on Twitter with us. Shout out to everybody over on X with us. We've got over 200 people over there with us, and we've got over 300 people, it looks like, here on YouTube. So make sure you guys hit the like button. More people will find us. Jack the Ripper, big XRP enthusiast, said, breaking good news from court on crypto and XRP secondary sales market. Coinbase has gained major clarity in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit in Manhattan, New York City. Notably, it is the same court building for the Ripple versus SEC case. Interesting. I did not know that. He's got a link here too. We'll head over to, let's see, I think this is CoinGape, if we can get that to load up here. So yeah, Ripple versus SEC. Good news from court on crypto and XRP secondary market sales. Coinbase gets major clarity that secondary market sales of crypto are not securities, giving Ripple precedent to support XRP secondary sales. This kind of feels like it did back in July. It's not a full-fledged victory, but it's certainly a step in the right direction. And if we go in a little bit deeper here, Second Circuit provided a major breakthrough of crypto industry and precedent for the Ripple case. Coinbase CLO Paul Grewal revealed Coinbase gained major clarity in secondary market sales of crypto. Buying or selling crypto on Coinbase are not investment contracts or securities. This is huge. This is huge. Now, there's still a piece of this that's going to be ongoing. And there's some other little outliers. You know, I don't know if you remember the lawsuit that came down for the insider trading for the people at Coinbase. That was kind of clear as day, in my opinion. And obviously, those people were reprimanded. But this is much different. This is kind of on a grander scale here, and really impacts all of us. That other lawsuit was kind of a one-off, but I don't know if you want to react to this.
No, I think that's interesting for sure. What I look for though is, what happens past this, right? In terms of the precedent, for the Ripple case and whatnot. Is this enough, right? Is this enough to move the needle? Well, we've had these wins, right? We've had these monumental wins, precedent set, and nobody seems to care. And yeah, we can, go blue in the face talking about winning in the courthouse, but we're not winning on the charts. And I think that's the issue that's most concerning for XRP holders. And a couple of those on the list within the allegations from the SEC on that Coinbase lawsuit on the different side of it.
Mark, if you could, I got a couple other things. If you want to pull that up on your end, try to find those cryptos that were listed in that case, and then we can share your screen here in a minute, if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, that'd be great. Because I remember some of those cryptos that were listed there, some big names, and we'll kind of check on those and see if they're moving today. This was another big piece, and we'll come back to this Coinbase lawsuit. I think we'll be talking more about this throughout this live stream, but this was something else that I covered here today. It's a video that's going to come out a little bit later after this live stream, so make sure you guys are subscribed here. And Mark, as well as a content creator, the Crypto Mark, I'm going to put his channel here in the description in a minute. But this is big because Bitcoin ETF, there was kind of a slowdown here amid the pullback in the overall market, meaning we didn't see as much money pouring in this week. Although as we got closer to the end of the week and as we got into yesterday, it was kind of a nice turn for the better. We saw some inflows start to come in. And all it's going to take, guys, is just a little flip of the switch. And these ETFs start pouring back in. People start pouring back into these ETFs. All of a sudden, this market sentiment flips. We're talking about billions of dollars, right? And this is, it's easy to see why and how Bitcoin set an all-time high before the halving, right? It's very, very clear. And basically, this is just to show you guys, all it takes is a little bit of a flip here. And Bitcoin spot ETFs recorded a total inflow of 213 million yesterday. That's the third consecutive day of net inflows, all while the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust experienced a significant net outflow. So basically what's happening here with GBTC, people are leaving it. Why? They're not competitive. They're not competitive with the fees of, an iTrust, which is BlackRock's ETF or Fidelity's ETF. So Grayscale Bitcoin Trust used to be the way to get institutional investors into Bitcoin, no longer now. So we're seeing tons of outflows, but what's happening is people are getting back in and just paying way less fees, right? So you got Bitcoin spot ETFs, BlackRock's IBIT observed the highest single day net inflow of approximately 144 million, contributing to IBIT's total historical net inflow, guys, $14.4 billion. That is insane. It's amazing how quick, how fast BlackRock basically owned 1% of the Bitcoin supply. I mean, if you look at just how fast they did it, it's insane. I mean, that just, I think, represents how much money is pouring in here. Now, there's also some interesting notes here. BlackRock updated its Bitcoin ETF prospectus yesterday. I don't know if you guys saw this. And what this means is they're adding new authorized participants. And authorized participants are big in terms of operating an ETF, right? Facilitating and creating the redemption of ETF shares. So you need these big authorized participants in order to make it all kind of work. So JP Morgan was an early authorized participant. So was Jane Street Capital and a couple of these here. But we also got some new players now, okay? Adding major Wall Street firms. This is huge. This just goes to show you that more and more people are waking the hell up and more people want exposure to Bitcoin. So we've got ABN AMRO Clearing, Citadel Securities, Citigroup Global Markets, Goldman Sachs, and UBS Securities as all new authorized participants on this Bitcoin ETF. Keep in mind, I'm pretty sure, and somebody can cross-reference this, I'm pretty sure that this is the same list here at the top that are going to be and are already listed as major authorized participants for the Ethereum ETF that, by the way, BlackRock is trying to press through. Will they get denied the first time? Most likely. Will we see it in May? That would be great. But my thought process is they're probably going to kick the can down the road a little bit, on us, which to be expected. But then eventually when you can't beat them, you join them. And just like we got the Bitcoin ETF, I think we'll eventually get the Ethereum ETF as well. And then lastly here, I thought this was an interesting point. Willie Woo has suggested that BlackRock's $9.5 trillion in assets under management could potentially shift toward digital assets. There's no doubt it's already happening. Notably Bitcoin, as younger generations exhibit increasing confidence in crypto. I think that's happening already. I agree with Willie Woo here. It's already happening. And in addition to Bitcoin, keep in mind, guys, Larry Fink, as soon as all the Bitcoin stuff finished, as soon as they got it through and it was a win and, their ETF was going to be live, etc., very, very shortly after, the attention shifted to RWA, real world assets. And there are multiple clips out there with Larry Fink going on these major news outlets talking about the future of tokenization, the future of tokenizing securities, tokenizing assets. And it's crazy because when you start to think about it, literally everything can be redesigned for the blockchain in a tokenized format. And I think BlackRock wants to go way down that rabbit hole and be the huge player there. Guys, that is prospected to be just itself. I've seen numbers 11, 12, 13, 14, $15 trillion. Just the RWA sector alone, which is obviously massive. But I don't know, Mark, if you want to share that list, we can pop back over. If you want to respond to any of this, and then I do want to kind of re-highlight and, kind of see what's going on with the Coinbase news.
Yeah, here, let me put these up here. I mean, it's gearing up for sure. I want to do, here's the full list right here. You able to see that?
Yeah, just get rid of that ad. There we go.
Here we go. So looking at, disregard these ads. I don't know what these pre-sale things are or whatever, but 19 cryptos in total as securities in the lawsuits. This is the full list where we go into Cosmos, BNB, Binance USD, Cody, Chiliz, Near, Flow, ICP, Voyager Token, Dash, Nexo, Solana, Cardano, Polygon, Filecoin, the Sandbox, Decentraland, Algorand, and Axie Infinity. So there's the list. The major exception obviously has been Ethereum. And, most notably the two memes, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu remain off of that list. And that makes it for a total of 67 alleged cryptos. Okay. And within these securities, that's over $100 billion of the crypto market in total, about 10% of the market cap as a whole. And this is some of the other cryptos that have recently found themselves in allegations, and most notably of this list, obviously XRP. We can go into Algorand, that's a big one. Okay. AMP, another decent one. Tron, Terra, Luna, Mir, and the list goes on and on. Okay. And then that's some of the ones towards the bottom that we just already talked about. So kind of crazy how they go after them. So it's such a wide net. It's such a wide net where they're, and for not really knowing exactly how to classify things, how to go about things, it's fascinating how they can just basically, just see what sticks almost. It's just kind of, past the point of no return in my opinion. So this is that expensive list where some of the bigger ones are on this little sidebar.
Yeah, speaking of Coinbase too, we got some interesting news that was kind of buried a couple days ago, and we'll revisit kind of this big news that we're talking about with guys. If you're just joining us, welcome. We got some big news out here this morning that Coinbase has attained a significant milestone amid an ongoing lawsuit. U.S. Court of Appeals Second Circuit sided with Coinbase, which means secondary sales of crypto by Coinbase do not violate the Securities Exchange Act. Big win here today within the larger lawsuit. Big win for crypto overall. So we also had this come out here too. I don't know if you guys saw this a couple days ago. So this coming out strictly from Coinbase. We are now registered as a restricted dealer in Canada, making us the first international and largest exchange registered there. It says here, millions of Canadians own digital assets. 86% of them believe the financial system needs an update. Registration is the last step in doing just that. Regulation is critical. 29% of non-crypto owners said they'd buy if there were more industry regulation. We're committed to continuing our work with Canadian policymakers and regulators to make Canada a leader in the global crypto economy. The future of money is here. So bunch of big wins here for Coinbase. You know, I mean, their stock has been performing well. I think it was up 250%, give or take, in the last 6 months. We know that the base chain has been on fire. I think Coinbase is quickly becoming not just an exchange, Mark. They're quickly becoming a major international player here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not just a U.S. thing for sure.
Sounds like you're busy over there. All right, so welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. So if you guys are just popping in here,
Canada in the house.
Oh yeah, greetings from Canada. Let me know where you guys are coming in from. Let us know where you guys are coming in from. We want to hear from you. I do want to kind of see if there's any other updated news here. Let's see here. I saw that one this morning. Let's see. That came out yesterday. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go over to Twitter here and make sure we're not missing out on anything big here. Hey, look, there's a
post from Brian Armstrong or anything like that.
There might be. Go ahead, pull it up if you can find something. Go ahead. There are two of us, so if you got something, let me know and just share your stuff.
I'm trying to find some more things dropping on this topic. I don't want to get into my legal document. It's a little techie and full of jargon.
Yep, I got you. The Crypto Mark guys, by the way, if you guys are new to Crypto Mark, I'm going to drop his channel here in the chat. Go give him a subscribe over there. Definitely good content creator. That's his link right there. Okay, so go ahead and check him out at the Crypto Mark. We'll leave that up there for a second. He is live on his channel. He's talking about XRP a ton. A lot of things happening there. So let's see here. If we go back over, this is Stuart Alderati. Now, you guys know him as CLO at Ripple, okay? Chief Legal Officer over at Ripple. Over 35 years of legal experience. He's been very vocal throughout all of this lawsuit with the Ripple case versus SEC. And he says, reread Wednesday's Coinbase ruling. Basically, the SEC sold the judge a bill of goods that she had to accept as true at this stage of the case. Now comes the hard part, producing evidence. My bet the SEC is all hat, no cattle. This was days ago, back on March 30th. Remember that time that Ripple judge booted the SEC's hack expert who tried to say he knew what purchasers of XRP were relying on. So it looks like he was kind of foreshadowing some news that we got here today. So that's good. Here's Paul Grewal. Okay, this is the guy that Chief Legal Officer at Coinbase, who was listed in all of the articles. Here we go. What does he have to say here?
Yeah,
he says, we appreciate the Second Circuit confirming today what is clear under the federal securities law. There's no private liability for the secondary trading of digital assets on exchanges like Coinbase. Why? Because contracts matter. He goes on to say you can read the opinion for yourself. This might be, this is the actual 11-page document. If anybody's interested in that, I'm going to go ahead and drop that in the chat too. If you guys are interested in getting into the actual documentation here of this. So it is Oberlander versus Coinbase Global here in this case. So this is looking to be like it's setting precedents, Mark, for the industry.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's been the issue with XRP is they had their decision right, albeit kind of just halfway to where we wanted it, but we had a little bit of a pump, but it's nothing sustained. So it seems like everybody just has one eye open when it comes down to this. And it's funny though, because now with all the activity going down with Base Network and all the meme coins launching on Base, is this enough to give Coinbase a little bit more of a vault into that dominant, effect where, let's say, for example, they haven't relisted XRP, right? I think that's still a thing.
Who's that?
Coinbase, is that still going on?
Yeah, you could buy XRP there.
Okay. So yeah, so that's a thing where they were limited for quite some time. I just think it's going to be expansive. It's going to be bullish, and we look at what's going to happen, right? Worldwide, I think there's going to be a little bit of a trickle down effect, but it's all just saving face. Truthfully, I think until we get out of the, not talking politics, but hopefully there's something that happens within this year that, gets basically Gensler and the SEC off crypto's back. We've, heard how political candidates viewed a digital dollar. Most notably, the most pro crypto candidate has been Robert Kennedy Jr. But that's very unlikely with an independent, as always. But just being what it is, it would so much help if we had a little bit of a cast down, opinion from the top and say, okay, guys, executive order, crypto is now in session. We haven't got that. I mean, we're operating at the same premise that we have been all along, and it's just, we're just churning water. It's just kind of staying afloat, but we haven't had that. Okay, guys, open
That
up the sails.
watershed moment. Yeah.
Let's just open the floodgates and have a day. It has not happened yet. And, we have this huge breaking crypto news right today. This is one of the biggest things probably, outside of the Bitcoin halving that we're going to have drop. And quite frankly, it's not being received. I know it's a Saturday. I know it's early. People are waking up all over the place. But truthfully, it could be even more than what it is currently. I think it should be received in a better light.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're heading in the right direction for sure. So Tyler says ADA was labeled in those, right? I think that was one of the cryptos listed, right?
Yeah, Cardano. Out of the big ones we had, I'll pull it up real quick. Out of the big ones, Cardano and Solana, probably the most notable.
That were listed there. As Mark pulls that back up, appreciate you guys for being here with us. Go ahead and smash the like button. Real quick, we got some interesting. This is an interesting tweet here. I don't know if you guys have been watching Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash has been pumping to freaking Valhalla here lately. It has been going nuts. Bitcoin Cash halving just happened to take place. I did not realize that, and that's probably one of the reasons why. I did read an article just kind of about the supply shock going on with Bitcoin and more and more people electing. Man, everybody and their brother wants to get a hold of you when you're live. It's just, I don't know what it is. Nobody calls me, literally nobody. And I've had 3 calls in 27 minutes since we've been live. Everybody and their brother wants to get a hold of you when you're busy. What was I saying? Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash has been pumping like crazy. So one of the reasons why here is the supply shock going on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash is a little bit different than Bitcoin. It's a little bit more usable Bitcoin. We can look at that here in a second. U.S. March CPI release is a big standpoint there that they're talking about. Big event, rather. We got CPI this past week. Market really didn't respond. I've kind of stopped covering the whole CPI stuff, Mark. It's like the market, crypto really doesn't care as much. It kind of did early on when we were kind of dealing with, crazy inflation. But like, it seems like crypto just kind of does its own thing regardless now. I mean, there are some macro things that certainly impact it. But what's your take on that? Like with CPI data and more of the macro things, is crypto kind of decoupling, like moving away from all of that? Or do you think does it impact crypto still? Like, what's your thoughts?
It does. I just think, we hit the top, right? They basically said they're not going to raise it anymore. And that's kind of what moved it. I think we haven't lowered it to a point where we're going to get, extremely bullish. It's kind of hit that range where it's, as long as we're in that range within CPI, within inflation, I don't think it's enough to turn it one way or another, outside of more so being the tipping point is Jerome Powell. I mean, his comments, I think, do more than the actual number. So that's kind of the issue. And I think everything's kind of been just right down the middle and neutral. So that's why we haven't seen any movement, despite, maybe 50 basis points here, 50 basis points there kind of deal.
Yeah, for sure. Alejandro says, does price typically drop post halving? There's a lot of volatility, a lot of choppiness pre and post, but I mean, usually months after is where we see the biggest gains after the halving historically. So, this choppiness we're experiencing right now, totally normal, totally normal. The SEC versus Coinbase lawsuit listed on here as well. And then a couple other big events coming up in April too. CZ sentencing hearing toward the end of the month. So there's some things that
I don't know. If
oh,
you
did?
share.
Okay, here, yeah, I gotcha. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's just for you guys to see. This is the big announcement from Coinbase. Basically, all of these have essentially been, you know, I don't want to say exonerated, because I'm sure they're going to find ways to get it back into the courtroom. But, you know, that's kind of what's going down today, this morning. I think people are just trickling into the chat. It's a big win against the SEC. But will we get that pump? That's the question. That's what everybody's here and wondering. But we have not seen that pump. I mean, Bitcoin's flat, ETH is flat, everything's flat. Even the ones listed: Solana flat, Cardano flat, the big ones, Matic flat, and it's not really moving. The biggest mover on the day, truthfully, has been Dogecoin. Dogecoin's up almost 4%, and that's kind of just how we're at.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah,
keep going. I'm going to mute myself. These people keep calling me. I got to take this real quick.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to pull up this screen where we can see exactly the cryptos moving. Let me share this one here. This is we'll look at the crypto bubbles here. You can see exactly what we're looking at. So that's basically what I'm talking about. It's basically flat. You can see some of the movers within the top 100. Just to name a few notables, like I said, AVAX 3.5, Dogecoin 3.9, and really without the help of XRP, everything's basically under, and SHIB for that matter, everything's basically under a percentage point, up or down on the day. Sorted by the day, you can see Injective having a good day on the charts, 10%. As well as Flare, Chili 6.8%. I believe they were on that list from the Coinbase SEC thing. So that's probably the biggest mover out of that Coinbase lawsuit kind of list, where I'm looking into it. Yeah, Chili's was on that list. So
yeah, Chili's up a little bit here. Almost 7%. Like you said, Injective was looking really bullish yesterday as kind of a nice reversal. This is an interesting entry, I think, on Injective. Keep in mind, guys, Injective is red hot right now. It was up over $52, almost $53 at the peak here, back down to 35. I'm looking to add Injective. I've been scooping up some of my high conviction plays here on the dips. Injective and Sui were two that I bought more of recently. Not financial advice, just giving you guys my opinions there, my thoughts, and some of the bets I'm making on some of these newer layer ones. There's a lot of them out there, whether you like Aptos or Sui or Say or Injective or Render. A ton of opportunities out there for sure. So Injective's interesting, I think. If you look at some of the other top gainers, I don't know if you guys have been seeing Pendle. Pendle has been up here for a while. I don't know all there is to know yet about Pendle, but I do know they're heavy into RWA, and we're seeing real-world asset tokens really, really take off lately in the last week or so. So RWA assets, certainly a major sector to be wary of and stay locked in on, because you definitely are going to have some big movers and shakers. Ondo Finance has been crushing it too, very quietly. Ondo is one that I own personally. Pendle not yet. Ondo's been on a nice pullback too from its peak. Okay, it got up over $1.
Yeah,
good.
No, Ondo, that's been coming up in some of my streams where people have been dropping Ondo in the chat. I know a lot of people have been getting into that one. So it's not just you.
Yeah, Ondo's on a nice little pullback. Certainly has been an interesting one. I've been DCAing in here since it came down less than $1. I think it's still very undervalued here. Ondo Finance still just barely over $1 billion market cap, and is said to be the top player, if not the top, one of the top players there in RWA. But yeah, if you guys are just joining us, we've got the big news here coming down. Let me go to latest here and see what we've got. Look at this. We're like right at the top. Nobody's covering this. Nobody's covering it. Appreciate you guys for being with us here this morning. We're all over it for you guys, for sure. And let's see here.
Thing.
Yeah. what's this tidbit here? The SEC versus Coinbase lawsuit is casting a significant impact on altcoins, as seen here following a temporary court ruling. Bitcoin dominance is on the rise. Patience is key in navigating this landscape. Yeah, Bitcoin dominance has been very, very much going up. And that's, I think that gets you excited about where we are with altcoins. We've seen some altcoin gains, Mark, but not the big gains. Like we haven't seen altcoin season take off yet, right? And I think a lot of times that's going to happen after the Bitcoin halving historically. So this should lend us, some good support to having a Bitcoin, or excuse me, an altcoin season. The news that came out here today. So,
and that's kind of what we expect, right? The two corrections before the halving, that's been kind of the historical trend within the last Bitcoin halving. So it's kind of interesting within this run up in 2024, where I think everybody's a little bit smarter. That's kind of the big issue, the biggest issue, I should say. Just a little bit timid, right? And this is why I think this is such bullish news within this Coinbase argument basically subsiding is these cryptos on that list should see a huge tick up just from having that monkey off their back from the SEC. But with anything within the SEC is possible, so it would not shock me if they were back in the courthouse again and going in the opposite direction. So
yeah, sometimes there's kind of a delayed reaction too, and I think we're kind of in this weird place right now, kind of a choppy market environment. We just had a huge run up. People are kind of all on edge a little bit. As you guys can see, we have so many things happening right now. This month, we just had the Bitcoin Cash halving. We're going to have the Bitcoin halving set for 420. Are you kidding me, Mark? I mean, how perfect is this lining up? The Bitcoin
I don't believe in
coincidence. 420. Are you kidding me? Like along with Doge Day. I mean, we're going to have Doge Day and the Bitcoin halving on the same freaking day.
Yeah, I think, what did I hear?
Bitcoin halving is going to be close to that. It might fall.
I got to look up this quote.
Yeah. The CZ decision hearing toward the end of the month as well. U.S. Consumer Price Index, or CPI, coming out on April 10th, 4 days from now. And then we've got April 19th, the continuation of this Coinbase versus SEC lawsuit, which, again, if you guys are just checking in, we got some really, really good news on this front, just to kind of highlight what we know and what we've got here. Let's see. Not a lot of people talking about this morning, but we're here with you guys. This was the major news if you guys are just checking in. And if you're here and you haven't hit the like button, do that for us, please. Totally free. And share this over on X. If you're listening there, please retweet it out. Get some more people in here, because Coinbase, this is big news, guys. Major breakthrough. Court rules crypto not securities on the secondary markets. Coinbase has attained a significant milestone amid an ongoing lawsuit as the U.S. Court of Appeals Second Circuit sided with Coinbase. The court confirmed that secondary sales of crypto by Coinbase do not violate the Securities Exchange Act. Very bullish news here for retail investors. Next Level said SHIB is on the move. We'll have to see what's going on over there here. But yeah, it's surprising, Mark. Surprising that not a lot of people talking about this just yet. Maybe that's why markets haven't started moving as much.
It's too big of a thing where it really should be received by the numbers, and I think we should be seeing something. It's kind of really concerning that we're not. I think that even if it's a head fake, I still think that we should be seeing some more movement. Bitcoin and Ethereum are flat. Solana's flat. Cardano is basically flat. It's green, but it's still not what it. I mean, this should be like a double-digit percentage swing, I think, in terms of just sheer volume and what this is going to do for confidence.
I agree. We were mentioning Bitcoin Cash there for a minute. They just had their halving. Check this out, up 450+% in the last year. And you zoom out a little bit. Look at the runway Bitcoin Cash still could potentially have. This is turning into an interesting narrative. And full disclosure, guys, with Bitcoin Cash, I've never been a big fan, but I forget which articles I was reading, but they kind of highlighted why Bitcoin Cash could be a interesting alternative investment for people. And it says here, Bitcoin Cash was created as an alternative to the first and most valuable crypto, of course, Bitcoin. In 2017, BCH developers modified the Bitcoin code, releasing their software version and full-fledged competitive product, which split Bitcoin into 2 blockchains. That's how we got Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Now, Bitcoin Cash, it says here, is a hard fork of the blockchain due to differences in the community over Bitcoin scaling and a various SegWit upgrade. Moreover, another hard fork, which divided Bitcoin Cash into 2 parts, Bitcoin ABC and Bitcoin SV, which those are both out there on the market, took place in the fall of 2018. The scaling debate involved 2 sides. Small block supporters opposed increasing block sizes as it could lead to blockchain centralization. If there's a little thing there, I read something like what makes it unique. I thought it was on this page. Let's see. Here we go. Bitcoin Cash works faster and has lower transaction fees. Here we go. This is the unique part that I didn't necessarily know about Bitcoin Cash for a while. It supports smart contracts and ecosystem apps. So a lot of people have been talking about, bringing smart contracts to Bitcoin. There's some various projects out there. Stacks is one, STX, that I really like. But Bitcoin Cash supports this as well. And I think a lot of people are speculating on that. With a limited total supply of 21 million coins, Bitcoin Cash is provably scarce and, like physical cash, can be easily spent. Transactions are fast with fees typically less than 1/10 of a cent. So kind of their spin on being able to transact with Bitcoin. Of course, Bitcoin, the normal Bitcoin, has Lightning Network, etc. Which, by the way, another Coinbase news event happened this past week. Coinbase is integrating the Lightning Network. I forgot about that. That is a big deal. So there's just been a ton of positive news surrounding Coinbase here this past week for sure. But
not even getting into the future, right? I mean, base chain meme coins. I mean, couple that with this. I mean, this has like been the month for Coinbase. Like these last 30 days, I think you can kind of connect the dots on this one. Wait, what happens when Coinbase starts listing some of those? That's where it's going to get really interesting for sure.
No doubt. No doubt. If you guys are brand new here and you have not subscribed to Crypto Mark, make sure you guys do. It's at the Crypto Mark right here on YouTube. And he is covering a ton of things in the space. So make sure you guys show him some love over there and subscribe to his channel for sure. He's joining us here today on the stream. He's also live streaming on his channel too. So definitely go show him some support. Give him a subscribe over there for sure. But yeah, it's kind of interesting. Not a lot of big players weighing in just yet. Let's see here. I don't know if there's anything out there, Mark. What do you got here?
I think by lunchtime, I think there should be a lot more coverage on this. That's personally what I'm looking at. It's just it's been kind of like a middle of the night kind of deal, and what we're talking about, I don't think anybody else is talking about it live on YouTube. Probably, maybe somebody is, but.
Yeah, we've got this user. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit has ruled crypto secondary sales on the platform do not violate Securities Exchange Act. This landmark decision impacts trades. This is interesting. Between October 8th, 2019 and March 11th, 2022, and clarifies the security status of traded coins as well. Here's a report out there as well. Let's see here. U.S. Court. Okay, same kind of deal here. So Cointelegraph is talking about it finally. Yeah, let's go over to Cointelegraph or CoinDesk and see what their take is on this. I'm sure they have something over here at CoinDesk and Cointelegraph. If you want to check Cointelegraph, Mark, I'll check CoinDesk. Let's see here. Nothing yet?
I do like talking about that. I do like that headline down about CoinDesk. If you go down a little bit with that Bitcoin ETF, if that's kind of kill some of the steam within that the halving rally that everybody's kind of expecting.
That's interesting.
Those ETFs going to kind of knock us off our course, if you will.
I don't know how to feel about that, because my take is, yeah, it's brought in a ton of money, but how much money is still on the sidelines that's slowly coming into the game still? It's not like the way I look at this catalyst from the ETF standpoint, it's not like a one-off. It's not like this event happens once, you get a pump and then you get a sell-off, right? Like that kind of happened with the whole XRP news, or like Ripple back in July of last year. The secondary market sales of XRP, not a security. Big pump. Now we're back to where we started from. You know what I'm saying? This isn't that. Bitcoin ETF is not that. It is constant. It is every single day. We've got more and more people coming in. You know what I'm saying? It's a long-lasting catalyst here. So I don't know how to. I don't know. I mean, is some of this priced in? Will we not see as big of a big move to the upside with the halving because this is kind of overshadowing it? I don't know. I mean, overall, I think it's good.
It's just so fishy. Like, I mean, it's literally flat. I mean, look at the market; it's flat today, and it should be,
well,
it's just flat. I can't.
At that point, though, this is kind of news that's important to the U.S.
Truthfully,
right?
yeah.
And we have to remember, like, this is a global marketplace. This is big for us as people in the United States, Mark and I, and anybody out listening who's from the U.S. But outside the U.S., nobody cares. And one thing that we've seen happen, it's interesting we actually start talking about this because the last 4 or 5 days, Mark, I don't know if you've seen some of the data out there. I've come across some things that Marty has said and some others. Asia has been dumping on us this past week pretty heavily. So we'd get a little something moving, and then Asia would wake up and dump on us. So it was like 4 days in a row. And I didn't see yesterday's data, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Asia was selling. And basically that's kind of why we've been stuck a little bit. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happened yesterday too. So there is that side of it, right? I mean, yes, this is big in the US, but this is a global marketplace. I mean, and there's a lot of other things going on that are impacting these markets for sure.
We're starting to see a little tick up. ETH's now over 1.5%. XRP is almost 2.5%, and now we're starting to see like the cryptos that were on that list, Cardano, Solana, getting a boost. Well, Bitcoin's almost 1% up. The winner on the day has been Injective, but the Dogecoin over 5.3% right now, and starting to see a tick up. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we're seeing Dogecoin make a little move here, back up to 18 cents. I like that. Nice little bullish reversal there for Doge. Kind of getting trapped here at 19 cents. We'll see if we can break back through there because we ran up there pretty nicely there, a few days ago, up there to 22 cents or so. A lot of us have been talking about Doge. I know you've been talking about Doge. What's your take, man? I mean, I think something's brewing here with Dogecoin for sure. And we know all it's going to take is, the big man up top to say something.
Isn't it crazy with Dogecoin though, like how they have the, the same central mechanism as Bitcoin, right? Same kind of technology. And then, I don't believe in coincidence. And then we have 420 Doge Day, 420 Bitcoin halving tentatively. I mean, that's just it's kind of bizarre. I think that's going overlooked a little bit. So don't be surprised if we get a little, buy the rumor, sell the news event happen with Dogecoin. And in that side of the argument, it's something definitely, I think, a little bullish within not just that Doge Day coming up, but you look at Dogecoin's chart, you can see exactly what's happening. And I mean, we hit 22 cents, and that's something where that's just crazy relative to all-time highs in this market. Where Dogecoin's coming from, it's kind of sneakily doing its thing.
Yeah, I'm looking at Cointelegraph. It's nowhere to be found here. I guess nobody works on Saturday, right? Everybody's off. They're eating eggs and bacon, but we woke up saying, hey, what's going on with the market here? So that's why you subscribe to our channels, guys. We're here every single day. It doesn't matter. This market does not stop. It doesn't sleep. Charles says, why release the news on a Saturday morning? Generally a market slow day. Interesting point. I don't know if it came out late yesterday, but I mean, the first news pieces I saw about it were like 5, 6 a.m. this morning. So maybe they purposely did that to keep things, a little slower. Yeah. They did talk about here on Cointelegraph what we already kind of hit on. I think this is a big deal. BlackRock updating their Bitcoin ETF, adding 5 Wall Street firms. It just solidifies what we've already been speculating on, guys. These big players, they're not done coming in. And that's why I think this ETF is a much bigger deal than just the one-off, oh my God, we got the ETF. Okay, buy the rumor, sell the news. No, it's not that, because here we are months into it, and BlackRock adding Citadel, Citigroup, Goldman Sachs. as authorized participants. This is an ongoing thing that is very exciting, I think, for crypto investors. And eventually, this money pouring into Bitcoin, guys, it's going to trickle into other places. It's going to trickle into Ethereum, into Solana, into other places in this market. You know, Bitcoin is certainly the granddaddy of them all, going to get most of the pie. But there's going to be some other big players, I think, that benefit from this institutional demand and institutional interest that has been sparked by Bitcoin ETFs. Terraform Labs and Dogecoin, I can't remember which one that is, found liable for fraud in the SEC case. Dogecoin. Jurors took a short time to deliberate on the evidence presented by the SEC and Terraform Labs before reaching a verdict. So this news came out yesterday, I believe. Terraform Labs and co-founder Dogecoin liable for defrauding investors in its civil case with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, as to be expected, I think, right, Mark? I mean, this was definitely one that we thought would go this direction.
Yeah, he's got a long road ahead of him.
Yep.
The thing that kind of gets me to is why I guess I got my eye open with this whole Coinbase news is if it went in the other direction, and the judge comes out and says that the SEC, you know, won this decision, or they went in favor of the SEC, the market would be down like 5+%. You know what I mean? It would just be instant tank mode. That's what happened when they named it. I mean, look back at the historical numbers. It just fell off a cliff, and it just being flat right now, it's just kind of, it is what it is, but makes you wonder if there's other things at hand that's kind of suppressing this news within crypto. If we're still in that correction mode, if we're still, you know, kind of in that red water, regardless of the news. It's kind of what has me concerned.
Yeah, I'm not concerned at all. I mean, I think it's just, this is, you know, a big story that hasn't been priced in yet. And I mean, when you're long-term bullish on crypto, you know, you're not looking for a pump on a news, right? I mean, you kind of are, but like overall, I know this is good for us moving forward long-term. And that's really all that matters, right?
Especially
we're not getting the immediate pump, but that's okay. You know, like I'm not, you know, I'm going to be here regardless. And I know that this is kind of a bigger picture story, right? Maybe it's a good thing that we're not seeing just a pump, because this isn't a catalyst that I think just artificially pumps everything. I think it's slowly going to get out there. Slowly going to get out there and let people know that, hey, the rest of the space is opening up here. The floodgates are opening here for altcoins. So I'm actually on the opposite side of it. I'm not concerned, personally. Do we think the market will go down? I mean, nobody really knows. Nobody really knows. You know, it's one of those things where always expect the unexpected with crypto. You know, you see one thing and another thing happens, you know, and I think you have to have a long-term plan, because you got to be able to stomach the short-term swings, the short-term volatility. It's always going to be there, right? And if you're shaken out quickly by one news piece or one thing that happens, it means you don't really believe in the long-term asset that you hold, right? And it's different when you're holding a meme coin versus Bitcoin. I mean, there's differences here, right? Some assets are not meant to be held for, you know, more than a day or more than an hour or whatever. But we're talking about, you know, when we're talking about your large plays, like wherever you have high conviction on, if you have truly have high conviction in something, you're not going to be shaken out by good news or bad news. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a, okay, take all the information in and, you know, maybe adjust your strategy, you know, accordingly. But who knows?
I'm not selling. I'm not, you know, it's not making me sell nor buy. I mean, I'm in what I'm in, and you know, the way we've been treating it is it's just that age-old strategy, right? We're trying to just stack wins and then funnel back into blue chips right now. This is kind of the precursor to what's to come. And I mean, if you guys are out there swinging on some meme coins, I mean, everybody's been hitting. There's been a lot of gains to be had. There's a lot of avenues where crypto has been profitable, and we're just waiting the big news to push us over the edge for sure.
Make money on cat and dog coins, put those gains back into high conviction plays for this bull run. That's the blueprint right now.
Don't forget the frogs. Don't forget the frogs.
And the frogs. And the
Keep the
frogs.
frog
Cats, dogs, frogs, they're all welcome. But again, these aren't cryptos we're looking to hold for a long term.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a couple meme coins out there I kind of like longer term. You know, Brett is one of them on Base. The original Pepe coin, came across that, sub 1 billion. We could take a look at those too, by the way. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, the goal is here, make some gains, get the hell out. I'm really doing this whole Solana meme coin thing to stack Solana. I'm building a nice position in Solana because of it, you know. And I started this portfolio, Mark, with 10 Solana. Okay, it was around $2,000. Started this portfolio, and I'll show everybody where I'm at. Okay, give you guys an insight. Started this with $2,000, and we've built that up to how many Solana? 76 Solana.
Not enough. Not enough.
So we've got 76 Solana now. We started with 10. That's the name of the game, man. Not enough. How much Sol do I need? How much Sol do I need in this bull run? What do you guys think? Are you guys going all in on Sol? By the way, I don't know if we want to talk about the network congestion on Solana right now. That's kind of a sore subject, but
that's the first one, right? First one since, that's kind of been the only one that's the only blip that's slowed them down. I mean, I just wish they'd figure it out. I mean, for those of you that do trade on it, it's just, I don't know why cryptos even launch on Radium. It's stupid. It's just
terrible.
Jupiter works so much more seamless. I think that's why we're seeing Jupiter's price pump, is just there's so much more volume and activity within Jupiter. But it kind of goes down to what we talk about too. It's like, if you own a meme coin for longer than a week, especially on Solana, one of those, cat dog coins, you better have some conviction, or you better know something, because more times than not, it's that 1, 2, or 3 out of 10, you're home, you're up. It's just like baseball. About 250.
Cointelegraph finally getting on it. Cointelegraph is waking up. They had their coffee, they had their bacon and eggs, and hey, we've been covering it, guys, right here on the channel. Make sure you guys do click that subscribe button, share it out there. We've almost got 1,000 people here with us. We were kind of first on the scene here this morning. I woke up, saw it, and I'm like, wait a minute, nobody's talking about this. But yeah, here comes Cointelegraph. Coinbase cleared in lawsuit over crypto transactions. So the court's decision hinged significantly on interpreting Coinbase's user agreements, which evolved over time. This came out an hour ago. So let's see what they got here. Coinbase, one of the leading crypto exchanges, has achieved a significant victory in an ongoing lawsuit. The U.S. Court of Appeals for Second Circuit has ruled in favor of Coinbase, confirming that the secondary sales of cryptos on its platform do not violate the the Securities Exchange Act, the SEA. Crypto Alliance in the house. What's up, Toltani? Good morning, man. How we doing? They do a great job. Great Twitter spaces over there every single night. Make sure you guys follow the Crypto Alliance on Twitter. Phenomenal group, and great minds over there. Now, the court's decision affects a nationwide group of people who traded tokens on Coinbase from October 8th, 2019 to March 11, 2022. I don't know about you guys, but I was probably in that, right? I mean, I think everybody, if you were trading a little bit from 2021 on, 2020 on, at the heart of the dispute was whether Coinbase's traded cryptos met the criteria for securities. The plaintiffs lodged federal claims over all that section stuff. We don't need to know all that. They also presented state law claims related to securities legislation in California. Oh, it's California too. Okay, I thought it was just Florida and New Jersey, representing a nationwide class of individuals. Okay, here's the first page of the actual summary order.
Yeah.
So
for those of you that went to law school, that's right up your alley. But
right, yeah. But what we need to know is what came out here up top. But here, let's see what else we got here. The plaintiffs contended that Coinbase's actions amounted to offering and selling unregistered securities. Furthermore, they accused it of violating various provisions of securities laws. However, Coinbase contended that secondary crypto asset sales didn't meet securities transaction criteria. Disputing the relevance of securities regulations, the Court of Appeals examined various aspects, ultimately overturning some of the lower court's decisions while upholding others. So the court determined Coinbase's potential liability under Section 12A1 of the Securities Act for vending unregistered securities, yet it rejected the plaintiff's Securities Exchange Act claims, citing insufficient proof of transaction-specific contracts needed for rescission under Section 29. The court's decision hinged significantly on interpreting Coinbase's user agreements, which evolved over time. Varying language across versions complicated title and privity issues. These words are too big for me. Critical to the case. Clarity on the applicable user agreement version was emphasized, with discrepancies hindering a definitive resolution. Let's see here. The plaintiffs view the ruling as a step forward in holding crypto platforms accountable under securities laws, advocating for investor protection in the evolving crypto space. Conversely, Coinbase asserts the decision reinforces its position that secondary crypto sales aren't securities transactions. Furthermore, Coinbase stressed the necessity of regulatory clarity to foster innovation within the industry. The Court of Appeals verdict has substantial consequences for overseeing crypto and digital assets. The CLO at Coinbase, Paul Grewal, expressed gratitude on social media, stating that the Second Circuit reaffirmed there's no private liability for the secondary trading of digital assets on exchanges like Coinbase under federal securities laws, emphasizing the significance of contracts. So, kind of a long-winded way to say that this was a win for Coinbase. It's good to see the big media out there finally covering it, though. So this is coming from Cointelegraph. All right, we got a super chat. Kang community coming out here strong. I don't know what the hell this is, guys. Invest at your own risk. Check out Kang, newly released meme on Sol with solid community, unique narrative, holding well since release, about to pump. Of course, they're all about to pump, right? Every meme coin is going to pump. But hey, love the enthusiasm. Thanks for the $10 drop there, AMA24. As always, guys, invest at your own risk and keep the shilling to a minimum. A few is okay, but just don't go overboard or we'll have to put you in timeout. Don't ruin the chat. But hey, we welcome all communities here for sure here on the channel. So yeah, that's what you guys are getting into here this morning with us, the Coinbase news. We'll take a look at some of my small caps. Hey, Sphere is bouncing. Sphere's coming back. It's dust. Well, it's going to be dust or what's the word? Dust or moon for me. Sphere with hat. We're betting on this one, guys. Here's why. Sphere with hat, because it's something that's happening with WIF, the big Solana meme, dog with hat. Supposedly, a group of investors from WIF paid $650 to get on the Sphere in Las Vegas for a week. We don't know when it's going to happen.
50,000.
650 grand. The logo is going to be up there for a week. So somebody's already created Sphere with hat. So when that event happens, who knows? Maybe people will see Sphere with hat and it'll pump. It's right now 561K. We put a little bit in there. It's a complete degen play. Be careful. So yeah, just it is what it is. Right?
How about Bobo on ETH? Check that.
Is it pumping?
It just looks nice.
Yep. Is it? Yeah, it could be
about 5%, but I mean that's been a nice surge. Wish I would have got in on that one early.
Yep. So if you're here for Coinbase versus SEC, breaking crypto news, of course, we covered all of that. But we're going to get into a little meme coin party. Why not? Get into a little meme coin party. We'll come back and highlight the Coinbase news for people popping in here. But guys, smash the like button for us. Subscribe down below. All of that good stuff. Crypto Marks channel.
Tunes on. Let's get this live fired up. We need some tunes.
You want to put it on or what?
I don't know. I don't want to get in trouble. I think we got the
the problem is
put on the YouTube music. I think you can do that if there's a way to do that.
Where is the YouTube?
The creator sounds or whatever. Let me try to find it.
On the backside? Yeah, see what you can find. What else is pumping here? Anything? It's pretty quiet. Following a couple of these small caps. There's not a ton going on right now in the meme coin space, at least from the ones I'm watching. I do want to highlight this one, guys. This is the original Pepe coin. Look at this damn chart. Nobody's talking about it yet. 781K market cap, or 781 million market cap, almost a billion, but this thing looks really bullish. This is the 2016 Pepe coin, all one word, guys. This is not the one that's already in billions, but they're actually building some unique utility. Keep your eyes on this. I'm telling you guys, this is a long-term play for me in this cycle. The original meme coin, the original Pepe coin, and they've got something brewing with this company, Based AI, which is already at a $316 million market cap. Based AI, very, very interesting. Okay, I highly encourage you guys to look into it. I don't have time to go down the rabbit hole. I'm going to make a video on this sooner rather than later, but just look into it. I'm giving you guys some alpha there. Look into it, why those two are connected, why I'm invested in both of them. Check it out. That's all I'm going to say. And what else do we got cooking here, Mark? What else do we got here? Couple, Brett. Of course, we're very concerned with Brett's price. Man, we've been holding nicely here with Brett. Very nicely at the 6.9 level. Seeing some really healthy consolidation here after the big sell-off. I loved this big green candle coming back here for Brett. You know, showing the strength there of, you know, people buying up that dip. Loved it. Kendu's in the house. We got some Kendu. We bought a bag. We bought $1,000 worth. So yeah, we got some Kendu. I found it when Shaitoshi was following them, when they only had 600 people following their Twitter. Shaitoshi's the lead dev of Shiba. He has 1 million Twitter followers, and he's following on early project called Kendu. Oh yeah, we know Kendo Kid. We know. We had a pulse on it. We saw it. Shout out to Austin Hilton on that, actually. Austin knew it and let me know. So yeah, we're in there. We're in there. DiCaprio cheers. We're already out of that trade, but that was a fun one. Somebody brought it to us here on the stream at like 400K market cap not too long ago. We're already fully out, coin. But hey, it was a good win. We take the win and we move on. Stop talking about Brett. Who cares? Van, sounds like he didn't buy any Brett. Sounds like he might be a little butthurt. I'm sorry. But you're muted, Mark. Nobody can hear you.
Who's Brent?
Brett. Oh, he said Brent. Yeah, I don't know about Brent. I know about Brett.
Yeah, we know about Brett.
Sounds like he didn't buy any Brett. I'm up 5x on Bone Meow. Bone Meow. Jesus. Take your profits, Mats. Take your profits. I don't know if I wouldn't go to bed. 5x on Bone Meow. Just saying. Shout out to Austin. Yeah, shout out to Austin. He was on Kendu. Let me know about that one. I liked it. He found that one for sure. What else is sticking out to me here? Token Fi.
Check out that Bobo. I'm pissed I sold this one.
Token Fi. So Mark and I were in here on day one. We were in that initial Twitter space. Token Fi's in the RWA space on a little bit of a dip, Mark. We did spike up, well over 100 million. We're back to 77, kind of building up nicely here again, kind of coiling up here the last 3 days. Maybe getting ready to make another run. But yeah, 77 million market cap right now. Still great volume. We were here at what, 5 million, 6 million market cap, something like that.
Stupid. It was like an 8x when it first started taking off.
Yeah, TokenFi's in the Floki ecosystem, guys. They make it super, super easy for you to go tokenize pretty much anything. They've got a really cool built-in platform. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying you can tokenize anything. Yeah, man, it's definitely different over there on Base Chain for sure. I think that's one where we look at that one. It's kind of, I talked about it on my channel. I did a poll. 88% of people that participated. So we had a lot of votes in that. It was like 88% don't know how or don't trade on Base Chain. It's mind blowing because that's what's so exciting about those is, and everybody's saying don't talk about Brett. Well, we're going to be talking about it because it's going to be probably one of the best memes of 2024, in my opinion. Once Base Chain gets liftoff, what happens? I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen when we incorporate Base Chain on Coinbase, right? It's stupid how much volume could be accessible if you go about it that way.
No doubt. No doubt. If you guys are just tuning in, the big news that we've been highlighting here over the past hour, and now some bigger outlets starting to cover it a little bit, got a major update with Coinbase versus SEC. Big news, bullish news for everybody here in crypto. Doesn't matter even if you hold these assets or not. It definitely impacts you as an investor wherever you are. This is, relevant for U.S. investors, maybe a little bit more so than others, but still great for the overall market, as the court has ruled crypto not securities on secondary markets. And the U.S. Court of Appeals Second Circuit sided with Coinbase. The court confirms that secondary sales of crypto by Coinbase do not violate the Securities Exchange Act. We almost got to 1,000 people on stream, guys. We need 50 more, 49 more. So if you guys could hit the like button for us. Also, if you're a new subscriber to Mark and I, let us know. The Crypto Mark, and then right here on this channel too, if you're watching. And if you're on Twitter, punch that little retweet button, share it out there. Let people know what's going on, because a lot of people don't know, and spread the word for us. It does help us out. And appreciate all the new people subscribing to the channel. You can definitely do that with one click. Would appreciate it. Definitely helps us out. And we're working for you guys. We're grinding for you here on a Saturday morning. We could be out, Mark, what could we be doing otherwise? I mean, we could be doing a lot of degenerate stuff here. I mean, it's Saturday.
Yeah,
we could, we got the Final Four later. I mean, we could be being degenerates already. We could be drinking before noon. We could be doing crazy stuff, but instead we're spending time with you guys.
Yeah, taking time away from our daily activities.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many activities, so many things we could be doing.
Who do you guys got? If you guys are into basketball, who you guys taking the Final Four? You guys rolling with the chalk? I'm shocked. Actually, we haven't seen any. It'd be interesting to see if we see any memes pop up for that stuff. But no, it's
interesting, Mark.
What's up?
Remember when Robinhood delisted some of those cryptos because of the whole Coinbase debacle, or that looked to be a debacle? Maybe they go ahead and relist and even list more cryptos. I've been saying for a while, Robinhood, I think slowly but surely is going to be a big player in crypto. It just makes a lot of sense. They are the retail brokerage account, right? And I still say they've got the best
ICO
chart. Go ahead. What'd you say?
Get that Robinhood ICO. That'd be a big one.
Robinhood's publicly traded already. What do you mean?
Like if they came out with some form of a crypto, you know what I mean? And just
similar
to to really get their platform, like Binance has BNB. Just make it kind of separate from that traditional finance narrative, and make it, have a crypto side dedicated, have a stock side dedicated, and then you can. I mean, I'm actually shocked they haven't done that. Maybe they're just trying to stay away from the radar.
How do you buy Brett? Mark, you did it a little bit different than me. How did you buy Brett?
Well, that was the crazy thing about Base Chain. Like, it hit so much volume on MetaMask that it was like 2 day. It was like a 2-day process. We were doing it this old fashioned way. Do a Google search, make sure it's the correct numbers, but you got to add Base Chain. You can find an image, show you how to do that, add a custom network within your MetaMask wallet. And then from there, nowadays, you can actually, and it's so much cheaper. We were having to buy, screw around with Coinbase wallet, having to buy on Coinbase, having to buy on exchange, transferring in and then converting it, bridging it. You don't have to do that anymore. MetaMask has a feature now where you can basically bridge your Ethereum or whatever crypto from the ETH side, bridge it to the base chain. It costs a few bucks. It's so much cheaper than gas fees. And then that's the other thing about base chain is it's super cheap and super quick. There's no waiting around. And then once you have all that base ETH or base USDC, USDT, you're good to go. It's very seamless. I think there's a lot of, I mean, it took literally 2 days and then it was just live. That shows you how much volume they had because they adapted so quickly, more so than what we've seen. Usually they're a little bit slower in developing stuff, but within the base chain, it was like instant.
So what Mark's saying here, and Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, basically before you had to actually manually bridge it, but you did it right within MetaMask, right?
Yeah. Let me pull it up actually.
Yeah. Yeah. If you could, that would be good. Cause I think, I was looking at some numbers. One of the big questions that was asked is like how to bridge to base. I mean, you could start tracking this big kind of, big topics, right? Like that, like through Google search trend data, a lot of people were like looking at how to buy bread on Base or how to get on Base in general. So
Yeah, so you
they
just
will
click
relist.
at the top, you just click select network, add network, find out the details to add base mainnet. It actually might even be an option now. You might not have to add a custom one. I'm
Yeah, if
not
you do
sure.
have to go customize, go to Google and then just do add the Base network. There it is, to MetaMask or whatever DeFi wallet you use. Maybe it's a Trust wallet or whatever. But then it'll give you information. Here it is, using Base. Go to Base Docs. Don't go that because you can't find it. Wait a minute. Bridge.
Yeah, now they have a bridge thing though.
That's actually how
Within
you
MetaMask.
bridge there manually.
Yes, that's
But
just
wait a minute.
way too complex.
Yeah, and
But
that's how I did
MetaMask,
it originally. Um,
hit the
I'm
two
looking
arrows.
for that little, huh?
Just go in your MetaMask. Once you get the base network mainnet added as a custom network, then you just hit those two arrows in the blue circle at the bottom, and then boom, buy, sell, bridge, send, and receive will be the options. And the bridging process is so much easier now that they added that bridge feature.
Yeah, and if you need to manually input it, this is the details you're looking for right here. You're gonna have to put your network name in, your RPC endpoint, your chain ID. But I think, like Mark said, they were working on getting this to where it's already just added. So like you can quickly just add Binance Smart Chain. You don't have to manually put the stuff in. I think they were getting to that point. So that's good
And now
stuff.
Coinbase Wallet obviously is the easiest, but then you have to do a whole new thing with 2FA and
Yep. If you don't want to add another wallet.
seed phrases and all that. If you don't want to add another wallet, if you already have a Coinbase wallet, then boom.
Super.
But I think it's just a little cheaper on MetaMask. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, super simple if you already have the Coinbase wallet. Oscar Ramos in the house. Oscar, I sent you a invite, man, if you want to join. I know you're probably creating stuff too, but if you want to join us, man, feel free to pop up here and join us. I just texted you a link. Oscar, great content creator, guys. If you don't know Oscar, most of you probably know him. He's been in the space for a while. Good friend of mine here in crypto and awesome content creator. So definitely give him a look if you haven't already. I lost a chance to buy Solana and buy it when it was $20 because of this lawsuit. Gary Gensler didn't protect the public. He blocked these gains from the public. A lot of people were afraid when Solana, including myself, when Solana was down there at $10, Mark, $15,
Yeah.
$20. I think a
Look
lot
at
of
those
people
excess.
it was gone, but it's certainly not.
I remember I want to go find my video when I was going down about Solana, and it's crazy. It's like Solana meme coins are pumping, everybody's on it, but the volume for Solana, it's like nobody cares, and it's a top 5 crypto. I mean, now with it's just, that's mind baffling as well. And yeah, I want to go find that video where I was telling people that Solana, when Cardano was like 19 cents, Cardano was 19 cents, Solana was below 20, and we were just like, oh my gosh, just start stockpiling it now. Then Solana hit $200, and it's just like,
Crazy.
what a move that was. I sold. Yeah, and I missed that big pump for Solana right before it took off. I was swing trading it using your algorithm, your trading indicator, which
Solana's
a
been a good
lot of gains with that one. Super volatile. I love it.
Yeah, if you're wondering what Mark's talking about, XT Algos, my trading indicator, he pimps it on his channel too because, guys, it's a great tool, man. I'm just telling you guys straight up, you could try it today, 30-day money-back guarantee. Literally, it's a little bit more than $1 a day. And the cool thing about it is I walk you through how to use it. So if you do decide to purchase today, make sure you use the 21% off coupon code, link down below. Once you get it, then you could set your own customized alerts with the TradingView app. I walk you through how to do all of that, and you'll be ready to go. That way, if you're on the go and you're watching Bitcoin, next time it hits momentum up or whatever, you're ready to go and you can pounce on it. Altcoins, ton of gains to be had, especially from October last year to now. I mean, most of our AI cryptos were flashing momentum up buy signals, and we've seen 200+% returns. I mean, it's just insane. All it takes is one big successful trade, and your money you're paying here to get access to it, it pays for itself. So instead of 47, it's 37 a month. Instead of 125 a quarter, it's 90 a quarter. instead of $4.99, you can get it for $3.99, $400 for the full year. You make one successful trade, Mark. This thing pays for the whole year. I mean, seriously. One successful trade, you're in there like swimwear. And 30-day money-back guarantee too, guys. So you could try it for a month. Give it a shot. You don't like it for whatever reason. You want to go with another one or whatever. No problem. My team will give you a full refund. No questions asked. But
pull up the trading view too, because it's
what's that?
Pull up the trading view. Put up the trading view if you can. That way we can see where we're at. With, I mean, even
we can
use
take a look at crypto. I mean, if you guys want to look at particular cryptos, we can
use Bitcoin just because we're pre-halving, and with this Coinbase news, let's just see what we're doing, and then put it on the. I like the 2-hour candles. I don't know what you have, but that's daily. Put on 2-hour candle, and I mean that's where we're getting that momentum up. So this could be the end of that second correction.
Yeah, and it just depends on what time frame you want to trade on. If you're like a day trader, maybe you are, like Mark said, on the 2-hour. Like right here is an example. Flash momentum up right here and momentum down right here. There's a little 3% return. Okay. That's a 7-day chart. We've been very choppy, not a lot of volatility. But I mean, this would be a little longer time frame. But I mean, you could really zoom in here, go to like the 5-minute. Look at this. Yeah. On the 5-minute, momentum up, flash, Bitcoin at 67K. So we are getting a little bit of a price pop here. Not crazy amounts, but hey, momentum up, flash here. You could be scalping these little gains here on these little news events. That's what a lot of people do.
Solana was just so bread and butter trading with that trading indicator. It's
well, the thing with Solana,
5% a day, honestly, is what.
The beautiful thing, the beautiful thing about Sol, it's a large cap, but it's still volatile, right? It's volatile. Exactly. It's a volatile large cap. I mean, look at this first big pump here. Check out this on the daily, man.
That's when I was buying it. I was buying it at $86, and then
look at that.
Sold it at like 102, and then I missed that big takeoff from 102 to just slept on it. I didn't want to FOMO in, and I was like, oh, I'll get it on a pullback, and we'll start using the algo again. And next thing you know, I woke up, Solana was like 140, and I'm like, I'm not going to FOMO. And then boom, then we're over 200, talking about all-time highs and $500 Solana and all that good stuff. And cheers for all of you that rode it up from $16. So that's incredible, just in 1 year's time.
Yeah, and maybe if you had the indicator or you had a pulse on the market, I mean, here's an opportunity here at $23 and some change, and literally just follow momentum up and momentum down, 291% move, bang, to the upside. Had to wait 114 days, but you know what? That's not too shabby. You could have sold off there and then kind of waited for some more confirmation to ride another train up. And look, we're currently in a little ride right now. Last 55 days up another 59%. So yeah, Solana's been money with XT Algo. And as Sammy says, brand new to trading, XT Algo has really helped me. And it's easy to navigate to anybody wondering. Yeah, appreciate that, Sammy. And if you would be so kind, if you guys want to give a review, if you're already using it, love that. Want to get some more of those up on the website. But yeah, that's my quick shill for my company. Happy to shill it because it works. Spent a lot of money on it up front, and just happy that a lot of people are using it, Mark, and using it to take advantage of these markets. The great thing about indicators, you can use it to know when to buy and sell. Better opportunities to get in and get out. BCH, please. Yeah, this is gonna look beautiful on Bitcoin Cash. I already know. 100%. They're gonna have this thing looking nice. Okay, look at this. So we've had a couple run ups here. Look at this one back in 2023. So there's a little 55% move. Okay, from June 21st to August 17th. Go ahead and get out. There's a nice little 60% return. And you could zoom in here and see right in here and ride it up to roughly right in here. Another 97% move. Okay, and then we're in the midst of a move up right now. So this latest one, we've got the momentum up flashing, and we're already about 30% to the upside in the last 11 days. So it flashed at 542. We're up over $700 now on Bitcoin Cash in the middle of another momentum up. But here you go. If you'd have just followed this green candle on the way up, just most recently, 11 days ago, 30% up right now. Pretty nice. Yeah, pretty nice. Definitely. I'm in 6 Bitcoin Cash, got in at $5.87. Jay, that's awesome, man. But he says, I'm getting scared, want to sell, but friend says no. Well, what do you want to do, Jay? If you take those profits off the table, where are you putting it? That's kind of how I like to play it, Mark. You know, if I do take profits today, what am I doing with it? You know what I mean? Am I reinvesting it somewhere? Do I need that cash? Do I need to use it to start a business? What do I want to do with those gains? So, Jay, I think maybe ask yourself that. Like, when you take profits, whenever that is, what are you going to do with it? And I think that'll help you. You know, if you don't necessarily need the cash, you want to play the long game. You know, the thing with Bitcoin Cash, if you're just looking at it, there's still a lot of upside if you think it's going to go back to near all-time highs, right? I mean, look at this. Look at the run-up that it had back in May of 2021 even to 1,400. Now, Bitcoin Cash way back in 2017 exploded over 3,300. But just our most recent bull run, you know, it's double from here. But there are no guarantees, right? So if you're ready to take some profits now, hey, and that's fine too. So yeah, big news, guys. If you guys are just checking in, this is the Coinbase news. I'll leave that on screen so you can read that. But Mark, what else are you looking at in the markets, man? What other sectors, altcoins?
Well, obviously, I mean, AI has been a big one. That's kind of the hot topic with in that regard with that ASI merger with Fetch, Ocean, and Singularity Net. That's been a big story that, you know, nobody's really talking about either. Seeing what's going to happen with that, I look for that to possibly have a nice little back and forth within Fetch. But right now we're just kind of like, that's kind of what we're doing. That's the method. It's rinse, wash, repeat. You know, meme coins, 3 days, 5 days tops. Stack it into Solana, stack it into ETH, wait for your opportunity. I mean, you can't go wrong doing that. Ethereum's, you know, talking about Ethereum getting up to about above 4K. That's been, you know, the discussion for quite some time. It's kind of just like I said, it's a rinse, wash, repeat methodology for me with what I'm doing. I mean, that's how I'm playing it. And, you know, you make a quick buck, you get into stuff that you're more long on, and then you just go back and you just start with what you can, and then just keep, like I said, rinse, wash, repeat, and just kind of goes down to what we talk about too. It's like everybody wants to hit that 100x, that 50x. For me, it's like, I know I can hit 10 5x's. I know I can. I have a better shot of doing it. We hit 10 5x's, there's your 50x. So I think that's the misconception. Everybody wants that 50, 100x crypto, 1000x crypto. They're out there, but how many losses are you going to incur before you actually hit it? And that's kind of where I stand, where, you know, back in 2020, 21, 2022, those were the mistakes we made. And just smarter this go round. So it feels better too when you win consecutively. You know, every 3 days you stack a win. And then all of a sudden you look around and you're like, my ETH is starting to stack up. My Solana is stacking up. Okay, which one of those blue chips are we going to get into and ride it for 6 months, a year, this, you know, into the bull cycle? That's kind of how I've been playing it. So
definitely. I'm posting. Are you just at T Crypto Mark on Twitter?
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully that tagged you. Yeah. Okay. I just listed that underneath the live stream that's running on YouTube. So guys, make sure you guys go check him out, the Crypto Mark. Make sure you guys do subscribe. Great content creator, good friend of mine in the space too. So no, I couldn't agree more, man. I think it's a trickle down effect for sure. And I think what's happening with Ethereum right now, you know, it's easy to kind of skip over Ethereum right now because everybody's still pissed about gas fees. And like, there's this kind of growing narrative that Ethereum's getting smushed as people are like, you know, moving to Solana. But keep in mind the base chain, which is hot, it's a layer 2, guys, on Ethereum. And Ethereum's still actively working out the kinks, and they're good problems to have, right? They've grown so fast that they have, you know, kind of some scalability issues, but those aren't like, you know, issues that can't be resolved. And Ethereum's not going anywhere. And this Ethereum ETF, the proposal that's out there, That is huge, absolutely enormous. And, keep in mind that BlackRock, I think it was BlackRock, they want to create a tokenized platform on Ethereum, right? They created a fund to do so. So Ethereum's not going anywhere. It's the biggest player in town still. It's going to continue to be that way. Will there be some other winners like Solana? Sure. Is there room for some other layer ones out there to have success? 100%. But Ethereum's not going anywhere. I just kind of want to put that out there, Mark, because do you get the sense that people are kind of forgetting about the big dog right now?
No, because a lot of people swap back into ETH. I just think it's not the hot. I mean, with the gas fees, that's the number one concern, right?
Yes.
It's just not something that a lot of people are willing to do when your gains are more on Solana. Now with Base Network, right? And every crypto blockchain is starting to have their own meme coin sector, really. Even some of the ones like Avalanche, right? Everything's kind of having their own ecosystem plays. I think, and that's just what we're seeing when you want to transact $1,000 and you're paying $300 in gas fees. It's just nuts. It's insanity. And the only people that are winning, are the people raking in those fees. So.
Yeah, for sure. If you guys are just checking in, Coinbase, big news here today. You guys can see it on screen. That's what we've kind of come on here to talk about. And, we kind of, talk about some other things too. Some other things happening in the markets. And, man, this is a big deal. And it's starting to get picked up. Maybe not priced in just yet. And I don't see it as like a concern or anything like that. I think it's just a more macro bullish piece of news that came out here today. Market's pretty flat right now. Not a ton going on. We've got Ordinal going up a little bit too. Ordinal's a big play right now. Bitcoin Ordinals. That's Ordi.
Yeah. Everybody's talking about Ordis.
Yep. It's down from where it was too, at 92 and some change there within the last couple months. So in the last month or so. So maybe on a little bit of a discount even still. But any other layer ones? I know you talk about Cardano. We know Solana, Cardano there. I mean, Avalanche also strong. Polkadot there has been around for a really long time. Any other big layer ones that you like? Of course,
Aptos. Yeah. That's probably the Aptos, HBAR, Caspa. As we get into some of those.
Aptos on a really nice dip.
Sui obviously is. It's crazy. There's a lot of cryptos that realistically we could be, at these levels that we talk about, and you guys have probably heard me say it. There's that like sweet spot within market cap. It's like 15 to like 35, and you can really just start throwing darts, and any one of those, things that they're doing allows them to potentially have huge room to the upside. Maybe not top 10, but if the whole market shifts, the whole market, grows, they're just going to run right with it. And I think that's where you can see the most gains in terms of room to grow if you want to go down that angle.
Just came across something interesting here on X. Prepare yourself for the biggest on-chain season that will be on Base. April Coinbase Smart Wallet launch. I think I've heard about this. We have to confirm that this is true. But one of the things I've been listening to and watching for, Mark, as we just crossed over 1,000 people here with us on both platforms. Shout out to everybody. Make sure you guys hit the like button for us. Subscribe. Appreciate you guys popping in to hang out with us here on a Saturday morning. Let's, if you could cross-check this, Mark, Coinbase Smart Wallet launch. 100 million of Coinbase users will be able to buy Base tokens in 2 clicks. TVL on Base is growing rapidly day by day. Transaction volume data shows a massive increase in users. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I did. Let me see. I can find this news for you guys real quick too. What's happening on Base in terms of user growth is absolutely insane, actually. I'm not 100% sure if the Coinbase Smart Wallet launch is happening in April, but basically what Coinbase is trying to do here, they're trying to onboard the next $1 billion users into crypto and into DeFi in particular using their base chain. And we've got somebody joining us here, Oscar, who would say, hey, so is Kronos, right? Kronos is doing that too. What's up, man?
What's going on, buddy? Can you hear me?
Gotcha.
Awesome, bro. Now I'm just here listening to you guys and jumping into the conversation. How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. Feeling good. This Coinbase partial victory is a big deal. We were kind of talking about, like, you know, prices aren't booming because of it, maybe because it's Saturday or whatnot. But what's your kind of take on the news that we got out of the Coinbase case?
Well, it happened today, right?
I think so. Like the earliest I could find, or the tweets that I found came out like 5 or 6 a.m. on a Saturday, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I literally just woke up and I looked at Shiba Inu and other cryptos. I mean, I saw your video and I was like, okay, like I saw that you posted. I'm like, okay, so let me take a look at that. But tell me, like, what's the verdict? Like, did crypto win or something happen?
So basically, it's looking at the secondary sales. So remember all those cryptos that were listed in that Coinbase versus SEC lawsuit. So what was found here, the U.S. Court of Appeals sided with Coinbase as the court confirmed secondary sales of crypto by Coinbase do not violate the Securities Exchange Act. So the case is still ongoing, but it's kind of like the Ripple case, right? Where like on the retail side, not a security. So it's a big deal. And maybe we'll see some of those assets that were like delisted from some platforms. We were talking about Robinhood. Maybe like I think they took Cardano off there, Polygon. Maybe these will be relisted. Basically, it's just a big win overall, though, for the retail side of it and for a lot of those cryptos listed. Beautiful.
Yeah, because What You Wrote hasn't posted anything too. So typically when I go to X, that's kind of what I see. I mean, we know that XRP is launching, Ripple is launching the stable coin, right? This happened, big news this week, price pump, and then went down immediately, which happens. Then this one. Then we have the Dogecoin situation. So there's a lot of regulation and I think cleanup by the government. They obviously want to have, I think, a better market for participants. Bullish that this year things are going to change for the better, and whatever happens, we have election year also coming up, which is big. I think here in the US that's going to affect a lot of things, but Coinbase is not going anywhere. Base barely starting. I think we all know Brett. That it's going to be phenomenal for a lot of the markets and meme coins. So, and Base just went through the roof on TBL. So I think Coinbase is not wasting money. It's not wasting time. And whatever the SEC is saying to them or to other companies, then it's all going to be fine. It's just a matter of going through the hurdles of cleaning up the industry and based on what happened in 2022 and then finally coming stronger, which is what you and I and Crypto Mark, what's going on, buddy? Nice to meet you.
What's happening, Oscar?
Happy to see you, buddy. So I think eventually when we have a much better space, which we have it, right? But I think from in institutional investors, right? Like they're on the fence, buying maybe some crypto or investing as angel investors or BCs, but then now they see BlackRock, they see Bannock, they see Franklin, they see ARK, they see Fidelity, not Vanguard, right? Dummies, but they see a lot of them, and they're like, okay, then I think I should be investing my time and money here. And so we're not wasting our time, and this is just part of the long-term process, because I believe like the SEC, Gary Gensler, they're not going to be like, one day they'll wake up and say, you're fine, crypto, go ahead. They won't do that because it's too good for us. It's too bad for them. It's like nailing the coffin for the US dollar. What would you use the US dollar for? Like, I mean, just to buy some groceries and then a few other things. Obviously, it's an important token. It's an important currency, but Bitcoin is better.
100%. Yeah, man. Thanks for popping on with us too. If you guys don't know Oscar, you haven't been in crypto for that long. My man's been here for a while too, and great content creator. So make sure you guys show some love to Oscar Ramos and Crypto Mark here too. But yeah, I pulled up the base metrics. So take a look at this, guys. Pretty insane here in terms of growth what we've seen on Base Chain. Take a look at this, dating back here to 2023, back in July. Just take a look at that chart. Total users, Base daily new users. Look what's happened here recently with their user base. Total value bridged. Look at this big spike. Total revenue coming in. Daily performance. Look at this run up starting here in February. Look at weekly transactions. You could start to see a trend here, really picking up steam here. And it's one of the reasons why we love what's going on Base with meme coins and utility tokens and RWA plays. And it's just another blockchain that we have to be aware of and understand that, while Ethereum's huge, there's a bunch of L2s out there. We've got a lot of blockchains that I think are growing. I know Kronos has been as well. Oscar, you could speak to that a little bit. In fact, what have you been seeing from Kronos just as the markets turn bullish?
Right now, Ken Timpson, the Kronos Labs head, the entire team of Kronos, Crypto.com as a whole, I think I like what I'm seeing when it comes to unity and a message, which is we are working towards making a chain for all, and anyone can come and build with the cheap fees, fast transactions, and protocols that we already have. Titan is something that we have changed. Now it's a brand new upgrade that just started this last month. That was huge for a lot of people because when we saw what happened with the transaction spiked, I believe it was in February or so, that it became super expensive. Ethereum went crazy and all of that, and that was because of, I believe, ordinals, Bitcoin ordinals that just messed up the entire blockchain, and everyone was like, "What's going on? Why is it so expensive?" Well, we learned from that. Kronos learned from that, and talking with Ken Timpson and kind of seeing the updates. Here we come, Titan upgrade, and that. I'm looking at TVL right now. Kronos is position 15 with 762 million. We were position 17th. So I see a growth, I see progress, and I love that. Per se, because I've been looking at TVL all the year 2020, I mean forever, like you guys. We were at position 10 or 9, but then just the competition. That's kind of what I talk about. Like you're showing Base right now. Base is at 1.5. And I think part of the reason is because you're not just saying, okay, we're just Coinbase and everybody knows us in the US. It's because it's the immediate, I'll say immediate way of getting out of Ethereum, but still having the benefits of, it's like a brother right there, like Polygon per se. Polygon is at 1.5, Base is at 1.5. Are you kidding me? I can see an immediate relationship, right? Polygon users are saying, let's go to Base. And when I was working with, kind of getting bread and all of that through the Base chain, I added to my MetaMask. And I was like, no, I don't want to pay. I was scared because I was like, no, I don't want to pay the Ethereum fees. And then I saw how cheap and fast it was. I'm like, why would I ever use Ethereum again?
I know. And that is interesting. I mean, what is Ethereum going to do? I mean, what do they do about this? I mean, because they've tried to tackle the issue of high gas fees, right? I mean, they haven't done it yet. I heard that this most recent upgrade was supposed to help with that. There were rumors that when Ethereum moved to proof of stake, that eventually it would, bring gas fees down. But that hasn't happened yet. I mean, is there something that could happen where Ethereum could start to lose its dominance if they don't act fast? Or do you think they're still, the king when it comes to, this space?
I have to give it the benefit of the doubt to Ethereum because we have gone through an entire bull market, bear market, and now we're back to an initial bull market, prior halving, and it's still number one. Like nobody can say that Ethereum is still not the king. It is still the king just by the numbers. I'm pretty positive Vitalik Buterin and the entire Ethereum Foundation are not, even though they got investigated, right, by the US government, even though that's going on right now, I'm sure that they're not wasting their time too on just sleeping on their laurels and saying, let's leave Polygon Base and all of these new EVMs or blockchains come and take business from us. There's a reason why they're number one. There's still a bunch of great projects, NFT-related protocols, Uniswap, and you name it, that are leading there on Ethereum. And it kind of comes to show that the current crypto user base right now, according to crypto.com research, is 580 million, latest numbers. That we're okay with it. Like, we're okay, you know, paying those fees, but we're also okay leaving Ethereum and going somewhere else. When we have brand new batch of 500 plus million users, you mean like we finally get to 1 billion crypto users worldwide, where are they gonna go? Are they gonna go to Ethereum? Are they gonna go to Tron? Are they gonna go to Kronos? Are they gonna go? I mean, that's how everything's gonna be itemized. Some will go to Kronos, which I'm so happy about. Some will go to Base. Some will go to Binance Smart Chain. But I think now that we have gone through a devastating 2022 bear market where companies got demolished, some other companies got those users, that's the competition. See who is going to do the best for the users. I think to answer directly your question, Ethereum is not gonna leave that position number one anytime soon, in my opinion. The closest one, TBL related, is Solana at 11, and I still am amazed at Solana because Solana was not the number two, was number 5, even number 10. Well, right, we was below Kronos. Kind of comes to show how fast. Let me see if I'm looking at it right. Okay, well, if you add everything, so you are not include TBL staking, pool 2, okay, if you add everything on the top right, kind of like more info, and plus, talking with some other head of protocols, not everything is on DeFi Llama, FY. Like, not everything, not all the values, not all the numbers. It's like, obviously, this is just an idea figure. It's not like 100% accurate, right? But that's what I think, Zach. What do you think? Like, because one way of noticing a winner in the TBL space is DeFi, GameFi, SocialFi, all of those that exploded previous bull market. But I don't know if you realize, like, some of them got crushed badly. Game tokens, DeFi tokens, like, they got demolished in the bear market because that's where all the liquidity and all of that, right? What do you think? Who is that blockchain that you're looking at as a potential winner?
You know, we were kind of talking about this too before you jumped on, Mark and I know Mark's got something to share here. We'll bring that up on screen, and I'll make it quick, and then we can get to what Mark's got here. But I think, you know, it's still a fight. I think it's an ongoing battle right now, and I think, you know, you're seeing some of the people, to your point, who some of the blockchains rather, that, you know, the key in that bear market, just stay alive, stay afloat. And, you know, that's one of the hardest things to do. And we're seeing Solana, obviously, the growth that it's had. Obviously, they have their own issues with some of the outages and things like that. But there's no doubt that people love using that chain. I think there's going to be probably, in my opinion, maybe 3 to 5 big winners when it's all said and done, you know, and eventually it will consolidate. But I still think we're early. It's still like, it's that, and that makes it exciting. It's kind of like that fight for who's going to be, you know, the big players. Ethereum's not going anywhere, in my opinion. You look at Sol, you look at Cardano, you look at Avalanche, which is maybe kind of an underrated one. But then I think of, and maybe I'm wrong here, but then I think of something like Polkadot, Oscar, and it feels like they've taken a step back. You know, it feels like Polkadot, at least to me, has taken a step back amid kind of the last few years. And I think you've got, you know, chains that are taking a step forward right now. Of course, then you got all the L2s with Polygon and Arbitrum and Base and so many others. It's going to be a fun thing to watch play out. But I'm kind of making some bets on some newer blockchains, right? I'm trying to find that next Solana, you know, so Aptos and Sui are 2 that I'm betting on. Those are 2 that I really like. Here's Aptos, ranked 24. You know, it has that big VC backing like Solana, sitting at $5 billion. You know, they're coming from the Facebook investors, deep pockets, and then Sui's even less of a market cap. Kind of why I like it even more. Injective is another interesting one. Render, and where's Sui? Sui's somewhere right in here. There it is. Sui right here at $2 billion. Lot of activity happening on Sui, kind of under the radar right now. They too are getting their own meme coins ramped up. So there's just so many opportunities. Say is another one. SEI. Are you making any bets on the layer ones? And then we'll jump over to Mark's what he's got on screen.
Yeah, personally, what I've been doing right now is buying tokens for trading. My layer ones, my layer twos are blockchain related for now. I'm going all in on Kronos. That's my bet. That's an easy 10x for me. Plus, every time I say Kronos $1, people say I'm bearish. So just to give you an idea. I know what we could do in that department with that community, with that growth. And just look at Binance, right? How Binance is dominating the top 10. It's the only crypto exchange at that level. How in the world you can have a crypto exchange beating Solana, beating stablecoins, sometimes beating XRP or Ripple, right? Well, there's something magical they're doing. Of course, it's Binance, but I can also picture having crypto.com in that department. So I have Cardano, Algorand, Ethereum, of course, but where I'm going all in is Kronos. And if that is a mistake, that's fine with me because I know long term is going to be okay. But I'm pretty positive I'm not going to be disappointed. Not to your point of Sui and then Say and Aptos and all of that. Yes, those are the classic ones that will go through everyone's noses, and they're like, oh look, it's top 5 now, and that's it. I mean, that's the way I see it for sure. AI and all of that when it comes to Internet of Things like Jasmine or so. Jasmine is another one that it's kind of like poking the bear a little bit. So, but for now, as we are still waiting for the halving in about 2 weeks, where I'm making some good money is like Pepe, Floki. I know it has nothing to do with what we're talking, but it's just like Pepe, Floki trading, Jasmine trading, Shiba Inu trading, and all of that, Brad trading. So, because I know we want profits.
Yeah, Kronos does look really good too. Steadily up here in the last year, 109%, a little bit down from its local high there, got up near 17 cents, I think. Might even crossed over 17 cents, right? I think it might have actually popped up over it. But yeah, definitely looking solid. Crow, I just kind of stake it and set it and forget it, Oscar, over on crypto.com. And I own a few meme coins over there too. And I'm happy with that. And I think they got a huge opportunity. As you mentioned, BNB and what they've been able to do. The fact that, when Kronos rebranded and kind of reimagined their future and getting into DeFi, I think it set the stage for them to be a huge player in a lot of different areas, right? Not only just an exchange. So love it. Mark's got something here for us. What do we got, brother?
Yeah, real quick. I got to get going, guys, but this is just something brief about they're going to spend to bring 1 billion users to Coinbase in their layer 2. Okay. So
yeah, this is something.
Some of the takeaways, it's just crazy to look at. They have potential to be a high top layer 2 due to its proximity. You look at some of the smart wallets and the functionality and why people are liking them. Okay. This is what we're trying to see. They're trying to bring all of these users, 1 billion users on chain. And so that's why they're spending a lot of money to do this. And it's something where you can see the early smart wallet adopters. It goes on and on. And this is kind of what is all connected. I don't believe in coincidence, right? And just, you can go into these tweets, these posts. It's no coincidence that we're starting to see all this pick up within meme coins on Base and now within what they're trying to deploy within, their own wallets and bringing all of these users. I mean, 1 billion users is a lot, right? That's just kind of what's going about. And I think once I sign off, you can't see this tab anymore. So I'm going to just send the link in the message if you want to add it to your, add it to what you're talking about. But I got to get running here. Appreciate you guys having me on. Enjoy the weekend. Oscar, always great. Zach, talk soon. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah, man, for sure. Appreciate you stopping by. And the Crypto Mark guys over on YouTube, make sure you guys show him some love, show him some support over there. He's creating great content too in the space, and he's doing the thing, Oscar. As you know, man, you gotta grind, man. It's every day kind of thing,
Yeah, it's always good to stop by and say hi to the community, to your community too, Zach. I just want to say, like, talking a little bit about Shiba Inu too. Shiba Inu is one that bit me in the mouth, or like spanked me in the mouth, because my logical stock market mentality in 2021 told me this is a scam, right? This is not worth it. Then I got shut up, and I just to kind of reiterate what some of the comments are saying. It's true, because how in the world, guys, could you imagine that a token of a dog could do something like this, right? Then years later, it becomes a decentralized organization. We have agreements, disagreements, but I think it's beautiful, guys. I mean, I enjoyed this journey. I love it. And, best thing is going to happen to all of us is we make a lot of money because we're so early, guys. That's it. That's all I want to say, right? Zach, you know better than anyone about Shiba Inu too. You haven't panicked, soul, and you're buying these new tokens, and you're teaching us, all these great projects, but you're solidified with your long-term positions that are going to make you probably a multimillionaire, and that's it. Because right now we probably don't see it, but by the end of 2020s, there's going to be people like us with new channels talking about how excited they are, and we're going to be like, maybe, I don't know, Cryptos R Us, Coin Bureau, all those nice million level guys, and we're going to be like, ooh, remember those days. So that's kind of like the transition I'm seeing, and it's just enjoying every single day. And we're going to be looking at how the laws are written live as they saw it in 2017. I'm not sure what happened really in 2017 when it comes to legislation, but I'm aware how it pump and it dump, and people are like, back in 2020, like, let's classify XRP as a security, and that crushed the price. And I wasn't there active, but kind of looking at the day by day, month by month headlines, and I think better things are coming, bro.
For sure. It feels like we're kind of like on the precipice of like that watershed moment, like that total breakthrough. And like, to Mark's point, we were talking about kind of what Base is building. And I think there's still so much room for innovation, like from all of these blockchains. I still think we haven't found, or the app that I'm thinking of, like, that hasn't been created yet to really make it easy. And maybe it's something that's plugged into all of these blockchains eventually. But like, when that certain thing happens, right? Like, how can we get people into Web3, have them interacting on the blockchain, and not even know they're on the blockchain? That we're not there yet. And like that kind of thing. Remember the early days of the internet? It was this weird space where the weirdos hung out, and you're like, well, yeah, that internet thing, it'll fizzle out. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to get on it. I don't know how to, there's always this big learning curve. There's always this big period of time where it takes time for something new to be adopted. And it takes time for something really great to be built that brings in all of these new people and makes it easy. We're still right there. Like we're in the middle of all of that. And we're slowly but surely, going to be seeing, I think, whether it's a big app, whether it's a big company, whether it's something we haven't even seen created yet, really take us to that next level, right? Take us to that next level of really having a big jump in growth and adoption. And early internet stage, 100%, Pedro. That's exactly kind of where I see us right now. And that's exciting. I mean, to your point, Oscar, it's like we're here at the right time, and timing is everything when it comes to investing. And
I'll tell you, like, when we're finally gonna see those milestones come to life is when big money, which is already here, because I don't even know what else is big money if already BlackRock is here. I don't really know who else is left, right? But when the mid-level, big level, low-level tier corporations, investors see the price of Bitcoin passing levels that they want, there's not going to be any more excuse to ignore it. Right now, it's like, 60 what, 60? They don't really understand how magnificent the price has risen. It's like, we're just $1,000 away from the previous all-time high. and we are consolidating like that. It's boring, but let it pass 6 figures. And I'll tell you that it's going to be on many places here, broadcasted in the US, in the world, in Europe. And that's when people are going to be like, wait, what is Bitcoin, right? And they're going to be coming to TikTok and other places. And in China and everything. It's like the competition will get real, and also sadly scams and all the bad stuff will also get real, right, as we know it. But we all got to be careful. But the point is, yes, exactly, happy for it. And one last thing, guys, and one last thing, Zach, I don't know, but I'm sure that there's more Pepes, there's more Shiba Inus, there's more Breads, there's more Flokes, there's more Dogecoin that are yet to be created. And my job is to find one because, man, how difficult it is to find one of those, right?
I know, and timing is everything with it. I think, you know, we found Brett in a similar time frame. I think that one still has some really good legs. I mean, I'll tell you another one. I don't know if you've seen this one, Oscar. Let me share this one. We're going to get up on out of here in a few. Appreciate you jumping in, man. Have you seen the original Pepe coin? So this isn't the Pepe coin we know and love. This is the actual real Pepe coin. It's at a $789 million market cap. So the original one launched in 2016. And kind of interesting. And they're building the first decentralized social wrapper for DeFi. So they've actually been building out utility, creating open source tooling for DeFi's very own decentralized town square. So highly encourage you guys to look into it. Look at this chart and look what it's been doing here. Kind of very quietly. $789 million market cap, great volume. On a little bit of a pullback, it got close to $1 billion, might even crossed over it there for a short time there. But I made a play at this one at around 500 million. I saw some people talking about it. So I'm in this one. I'm going to ride this wave a little bit, and who knows, maybe money will start, you know, pouring back into the original Pepe coin on Ethereum. So that's one I'm, you know, placing a little bet on. But I think you're right. There's going to be tons of SHIBs and Dogecoins and Bretts that are still going to be to come in this cycle, man. And it's exciting. I'm glad to be here with you and with everybody else, man. It's, you know, it's just amazing. We're early, man. It's I'm just so grateful to be here every single day and be able to do this. And I know, you know, we talk all the time. Just I enjoy getting up and just seeing what's going on and putting content out there. And just every day something new, something different, something exciting. I love it, man. It's fun.
Yeah, it's part of the process. So glad that we're here, and best things are yet to come. And get ready with that, boys, because I don't know about you, but me, when we do like 2 lives a day, and those Shiba Inu, you know, huge lives, man, I'm getting destroyed. But I'm so ready for that, and let's get to it. Thank you, Zach, for the invitation, and I'll see you soon, buddy. Thanks so much.
Awesome, man. Make sure you guys do subscribe to Oscar's channel over on YouTube. He's here on X as well. I know we're dual streaming it here. So make sure you find Oscar. Check out his content. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody out there, too. Have a great day. I know Oscar will have some videos out today, as will I. So make sure you check them out as well. So appreciate you guys.
My guy. Thank you.